Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Okay, so I couldn't find the exact part of the clip where Amanda Seales pretty much said these dudes on her level, their problem is they're not choosing women like her. But we got a whole lot to cover still, right? So this is a part two to the stream last night. Um we are going to be covering Miss Amanda Seales in her interview that she did on the channel Relationship Restored, um, where she spoke to the young lady and the young brother about begging. Oh, you heard right. Um, where she spoke to the young man and the young lady about money. And how men like you're the one who needs money. Okay, fine, cool. Um, where she spoke about her DMs being dry and the only thing in her DMs is puppies and Palestine. I thought that was kind of funny. Um, yeah. So to Miss Amanda Seales, I say what I said last night, which is, yeah, men don't owe you that. Oh yeah, and she spoke about how many same comments on her DM, I think, pretty much telling her, hey, you could come over here. And I agree, Miss Amanda Seales. This is something I'm encouraging all black women. If black men are so wayward and immature, if black men are so horrible, if black men are just like, the worst, what do they say? Black men are the white supremacists of the black community, et cetera, et cetera. All of these, titles for articles that black women engage in finding ways to insult black men with. If black men are all of these, then I encourage black women to, yes, engage in same-sex loving relationships. I encourage black women to, yes, date non-black men. I encourage black women to stay single and enjoy your rose toy, right? So yeah, that part. Shout out to Leon. Leon says Amanda needs me to lie to her. Yeah, Amanda needs that Edward Anderson lie to me economy, right? So yes, um, I want to be very clear. Um, Miss Amanda Seales is expressing what a lot of black women, successful black women in her position, that we have seen them express this over and over again. The famous ones and even the not famous ones when they're interviewed or when they're asked particular questions. Um, yeah. So there's a resentment for them having to or had quote unquote dated down in the past. There is a resentment there for that. There is a why aren't the men on my same financial level or above choosing me? We see that often. And they're specifically speaking about black men. Um, we are hearing more and more, and a lot of women are actually engaging in this, which is hiding behind therapy talk. This therapy thing is getting real taxing. Miss Amanda Seales, it's not the issue of us expressing our feelings. It's how we express our feelings that you don't appreciate. Right? Miss Amanda Seales says things like, men are out here saying, why are you trying to get us to express our feelings? No, why are you attempting to get us to emote the way you do and express our feelings the way you do? Right? That's the question. You know, so Amanda Seales has been doing her thing since 92, right? Since a child. I'm not here to discount that or dismiss that. What I am here to say is, Miss Amanda Seales, that does not mean much when it comes to an intimate relationship with the opposite sex, especially if that person or those people in the opposite sex see you as insufferable. Or, like you said yourself, you're doing too much, right? You're doing too much. And yes, Miss Amanda Seales, I said it last night, let me say it again. The men of your same income level and fame or above, yes, they have their pick of the litter. It's called hypergamy, right? Yes, you're absolutely right. And so what if it's not fair? There's a whole lot that's not fair about how black men have to engage with this world, right? There's a whole lot of women, black women, and once again, let me say this again: what you're realizing now, and women are still only halfway engaged, not even halfway, barely engaging with this, is when they say, you know, we all been indoctrinated with patriarchy. That's a cop out. That's a cop out. What you're really saying is women are hypocrites and they want certain parts of patriarchy, you know, the provider protector part, the walking wall and the over glorified guard dog part, but then they want certain parts of feminism, you know, that I could be snarky, mean, a-hole, condescending, belittling, and not have to deal with any repercussions, you know, the negative liberty part. Huh. You know, you listen to Miss Amanda Seales speak, and when you listen to Seales speak, when you listen to Ebony K. Williams speak, that, as I said last night, that's why these long form interviews are great. There's very little place to hide in these long form interviews, right? There's very little place to hide in these long form interviews. This is why Mr. Z appreciates and loves these long form interviews so much, right? Because then we get into the real part of the conversation where these people can't see. You can hide in a 5 minute long conversation. You can hide in a 10 minute long conversation, especially the ones that's spliced up on mainstream media. It's a whole different thing to try to hide in an hour and a half with no interruptions, especially with a good enough interviewer. But even if it's not a good enough interview, you're going to expose yourself eventually, right? And we see that with Miss Amanda Seales. Much like Ebony K. Williams, Miss Amanda Seales has daddy issues also, as she said, father issues, right? We see a woman who wants to be boss hog. She just want a man that can handle that. No, I said it last night. Let me say it again. Miss Amanda Seales, at your age, you have a couple of choices. You could deal with the sugar daddy that just want to pipe you down for your look or whatever he imagined you to be when you were younger. Fine. Or at 42 years old, you could date and maybe marry a 32-year-old, a 35-year-old, a chisel chin Tyrone, right? I want to be very clear what's going on here. That's why I said classmate guarding. Um, what we have are women that are refusing to play their role, FD signifier, and foreign man in a foreign land, and is affecting their life, not just their intimate life, their entire life. What we have here are women that are saying, yeah, I don't want to do what the men that I just replaced do. You know, maybe not marry in their same financial level. Uh-oh, right? Ms. Amanda Seales, for someone who's been in the actor or entertainer game since 92 and is now 42, someone as opinionated as you, someone as headstrong as you, the men of your level have the choice not to engage. That's why, wait for it, they're not engaging. They have the financial ability to meet an Amanda Seales, 10 years younger, with the Caribbean background, and they get to enjoy that for as long as they want, right? I would like to direct y'all to Diddy and Carisha before the scandals. Uh-oh. Had a baby on her and all. What that mean? Where's she going? Nowhere. Before Cassie and started the whole um snowball, scandal on Diddy. Where was Cassie going for a decade? No ring, no kids. Where was Cassie going? Nowhere. For that matter, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, so we hear. Where did Beyonce go? Nowhere. Because one of the biggest lies is that the women with money don't want men with money. I'll make my own money. Yeah, what does that mean exactly? What does that mean exactly? A lot of quote successful women, successful black women. Their issue is I earned and famous of so hopefully you guys can hear me now. I'm in my in transit, right? Certain parts you guys can hear me now. Um, hopefully, yeah, and it's bumper traffic. So yeah, as I said before, Amanda Seals has issues that women have, in her financial level, particularly black women, right? Hopefully, you guys do that now. Hopefully. Oh, you said still borging. Oh wow. Okay, give me a second. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me better now. Please tell me y'all can hear me better now. And this person is pinching me into this corner and it sucks. Okay, let's get out of this little space right here. Oops, sorry about that, sir. You are snoozing. You snoozing, you losing. Okay. All good now. All right, there we go. Okay, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by Everglades Wireless. And no, Mr. Z does not have an Obama phone, and I do pay this cell phone bill faithfully. Yes. Um, so Miss Amanda Seales suffers from what a lot of women in her same level suffer from, which is the fame and the money are getting in the way of their love life because they still need that lifestyle. right? They still need that lifestyle. Salty Balls, thank you for the super sticker, right? Thank you for the super sticker. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Miss Amanda Seals is a prime example of what we see when, for those of us a little bit closer to the ground, with professional women, right? This is the lie of second wave feminism. See, when women get their degrees and when women become accomplished, then they won't need or want that from men because they can do it for themselves. 50 years later, 60 years later, why does that matter in the grand scheme of things? What's that birth rate in America again? Oops. You wonder why they're importing immigrants. It's crazy. The women that are complaining that they're importing immigrants are not having children are telling you who wants to be in struggle love. I'm not engaging in no struggle love. I'm not gonna be like my mom. Then you got the Mexicans on the downtown in your local city, and you wonder why they're there. A bunch of materialistic consumers entitled a-hole black women and white women and Latinas and Asians, right? This is the cost of it, right? So this is what we're Amanda Seals, Ebony K. Williams, the more you let them talk, the more you let Bowser talk, the more you let these people talk, the more they expose that this is an issue for them. Not for the men, but for them. What happened to all those people that told us it was the men that was going to be insecure because the women are becoming accomplished and they can provide for themselves, and they can do for themselves, and they can do their own thing? It's the men that are insecure. Exhibit A, Amanda Seals. Exhibit B, Ebony K. Williams. Huh? You can name all of these female entertainers from Angela Yee to Ebony K. Williams. We let them talk long enough, right? B. Simone. You let them talk long enough. And who do they sound like? A mixture between the black feminists and the white capitalists they wish they were. Trying to mix female empowerment with consumerism and materialism. Right? Huh. You let these black female entertainers speak, but here's the thing: the black female entertainers aren't just speaking for themselves now, are they? As evidenced by how much applause they get, and how much out of girls they get, and how much I was thinking that too they get from other women, other everyday normal $40,000 a year earning women, black women. That's why I cover Amanda Seals. That's why I cover Ebony K. Williams. Because women closer to the ground like Chrissy and like Yanni sound like them. And then women even closer to the ground, your Walmart worker sound like them too. Huh. And that matters why, see, what black vote, what black politics, what black community? When your women are telling you straight up, oh yeah, lifestyle, money. Can't have children if I'm not rich. Uh-oh. Can't be a relationship if you can't make me rich. Uh-oh. Can't be happy and not a nag if you can't make me rich. Yikes. Ain't nobody doing no starter homes. Ain't nobody doing no struggle of. Right? Huh. That's why Mr. Z covers Amanda Seals. It's not just the entertainment or the entertainer. It's the rhetoric. It's the mindset. It's the worldview. It's the ethos. It's the stance. Y'all get the picture. And then what does that mean for the rest of us? Yes, even those of us that become passport bros in SYSBM, right? That's why I cover this, right? That's why I cover this. That's why it matters, right? I actually should have went further. God damn, I'm not gonna be stuck behind you. I'm not gonna do that to myself. Nope. Y'all give me 1 second because wasn't not gonna get to be stuck behind this goddamn fan. And there we go. All right, and we're back. So yeah, that's why we speak about the things we speak about, the way we speak about them in the Black manosphere. Because the Amanda Seals of the world have had the microphone for entirely too long when it comes to this man-woman conversation. Woman conversation. Right? And that's a problem. Do we expect Amanda Seals to sound any different than how she does now? Because all they're doing with it, they're finding weird ways to pretty much be like, yeah, okay, maybe I'm a little messed up kind of sort of right here, but then look how messed up the men are. Oh boy. And that changes you how now? What we're getting from Amanda Seals and other women of her ilk is that to get therapy them. Right? And what do you think in what would that entail? How would that change the Black community from being the matriarchy, if you want to be kind, the gynocracy, if you want to be accurate, that it is already? And oh, Z, don't forget Amanda Seals saying shut up. Protect, provide, shut up. Goddamn, Borg it again. Y'all give Z a second. Y'all give Z a second. It'll end in a minute. Y'all give Z a second. Hopefully you guys can hear me better about now-ish. About now. Y'all should be able to hear me better now. Maybe? No? No? Okay. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. We're back. We are back. So for those of you that caught this, and I'm going to link the conversation in the description box after the stream. For those of you that caught it, yes, Amanda Seals did tell you to shut up. She said, we're talking ourselves out the vagina, as if women can't talk themselves out of the peen, which y'all do regularly. What happened to men begging? Video games happened. Social media happened. Men got their money and paid for the vagina that they want now. That's what happened. That's what happened. The young men would much rather be playing Call of Duty, in my case, Forza, Gran Turismo or something. That's what happened. What happened to the men, pursuing the internet happened. Social media happened. That's what happened. Pursue who? For what? Reminds me of the clip of the white woman. Phil from the Advice Show covered the subject with the white woman saying they would rather watch essentially adult, porn and play video games and pleasure ourselves than engage with a real woman. Yes. Do you not understand what that says about the current dating environment? Dear women, dear Amanda Seals, do you not understand what that says about the current dating environment? Dating environment, excuse me. If young men, do you understand when the wind blows? When you're under like 30, definitely when you're under 25, when the wind blows, you get a hard on. Do you understand what it means for those young men to be like, you know what? I would rather play video games. That lets you know how toxic the environment is for the men. So to Amanda Seals, to whoever that random white woman is that Phil from the Advice Show covered a little while ago, yes, these young men, especially in the white community, they even worse than the brothers. Yes, they would much rather play video games and watch internet porn than engage with mean, snarky, entitled a-holes that are going to be doing foodie calls admittedly at 30%. That's admittedly, so it's really like 70%. What? Huh. Y'all are so woefully, willfully ignorant that you never considered why young men would rather be home, would rather be at their parents' home, watching internet porn than engage with you. Right? And Mr. Shook to you says, and thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Z has been sent to protect black men from black mankind from the BT 1000. Z has been sent to protect black mankind from BT 1000. BT 1000 is a beast. It's a hard fight. And I don't mean that I'm misgendering you. Oh boy. Yes, we're there now, y'all. Yes, we're there now. Yes, I did watch Ole's think piece. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Right. It's a difficult fight with BT 1000 because BT 1000 is never wrong. What did it tell Van Lathan on that conversation on Ole's channel? Apologize for what? In relationship to black men, BT 1000 is never wrong. Right? Huh. And Wolf says, Z, you mind if I drop a link from Anton Daniels reacting to single mothers saying men need to make 100 to 200K minimum? Put it in the comments right now. I'll cover it later on tonight. Right? You could drop it on WAF. And I want to be very clear while we cover this. We don't cover this just because these are these women's quote unquote standards. We cover this to help paint a picture, the other side of what Oprah was doing for the past, 30 years. Paint a picture of why the black community finds itself in the position it finds itself in. Right? We cover this, Z covers these things, because the women are talking now. And you let them talk long enough and the truth starts coming out. Right? And for everyone, this is the link. I'm put it up, right? And Nux says, Tone been going hard lately against this tomfoolery. Yeah, because it's insane and it affects him. You imagine Tone is what, mid 40s, early 40s. I think he's mid 40-year-old attorney, right? Did he go to the same law school Ebony K. Williams went to Loyola Law School? I want to say they went to the same law school. I'm not sure, but I want to say yes. Either way, UCLA grad from a single mother that had him as a teenager, and him and his brother are successful from my understanding. They go a single mom that did something right. And you imagine being Tone and you know the economic realities for black people, for black men, even for the same black women, and then you dating these black women in LA. You imagine how delusional LA black women must sound to Tone, especially with him knowing the numbers as intimately as he does, right? Y'all remember them conversations? If for those of you that didn't never watch Tone on Zoe Williams' show back in like 2016, 2015, really like 2016, 2017 era, maybe 2018 era, right? And you just saw it all over and over and over again. And for those of you that never watched it, because Zoe deleted the goddamn segment, Tone almost fought, but Tone got into a back and forth with the brother with the lazy eye, Kevin. They got into a back and forth. Tone called in. Kevin was actually at the station. How does Z know? Because I was listening to it live, right? Thank you. Nux says, yeah, about 2018 Toxic Ambition. By the way, I'm tying this to the Amanda Seals conversation. Tone called in to Zoe's show. Tone started giving the numbers. Kev was one of these like worshiping at the altar of Bitcoin and like any little, you know the people, and we all kind of have this in us as black people because the establishment has been so horrible to us. Tone was doing what he usually does. And this was one of Z's debate tactics also. When you close all the doors and windows in a conversation and there's only one exit and it's the exit that you left open, Tone was doing that. And Kevin threw a fit. When I say a fit, I mean like, talking about temper tantrum, like a literal fit, barking, yelling, incensed, uncontrollable, irrational. Y'all want to talk about irrational women? Irrational, yes, grown ass man. Sounded like a petulant child throwing a temper tantrum, threatening Tone and everything. Because like I have this little escape hatch plan in my mind of how to be liberated and free, and you just shut the door on that. How can I live? Right? And that was for any of you that watched it live, you cannot find it anymore because Zoe deleted that part of the conversation. Right? And Nux is the women wasn't trying to hear Zoe or Tone. Obviously not. And we saw it over and over again. And I'm tying that to Amanda Seals' conversation by saying these are the people that the black community, black men, have to engage with. These are the people that black men are told to make a wife out of, from Dr. Umar Johnson and Dr. Boyce Watkins and Steve Harvey, right? Women like this, absolutely clinically, insanely delusional women, black women. Not only are they excessively materialistic because they try to make up for the fact that they're not upper middle class white women. Oh, damn, Z, you said it. I said it. Not only are they insanely materialistic, and y'all give Z 1 second, y'all speak amongst yourselves. And we're back. Not only are they insanely materialistic, but then they want you to speak like them and emote like them and move like them. Just be a apologist for not being a white man. Dear black women, black men don't have a problem not being a white man. But when we let y'all talk long enough, uh-oh. Train tracks, right? But we let women of color in general talk long enough, black women specifically, eventually, and if you listen close enough, you'll see them trying to make up for the fact that they're not white women. Dear black women, the black men that want black women. If we wanted white women, guess what we would be doing? Dating white women. Huh. And you let the Boyces of the world and the Steve Harveys of the world and the Dr. Umar Johnsons of the world talk long enough. And black men are supposed to make wives out of inferiority complex a-hole black women with father issues. Shout out to Amanda Seals. Huh. Terrell said, where the white women's at? Exactly. Right? Huh. And Michael Ross, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Right? Huh. And that's all it is. All we have now are women talking. And by the way, didn't we call it? Shout out to Obsidian. We said what we said, and we waited. We waited for the facts to catch up to us. And now that there's not white racist folks, mainly white racist liberals, but there's some conservatives in there too. White racist folks curating the conversation, editing out certain parts of the conversation. Now that we're allowing for the women to speak in long form interviews and conversations, are they exposing themselves? Huh? Are they exposing themselves? They're not looking for human beings. They're looking for human doings. They're looking for status symbols. Men are always objectifying women. They're objectifying men. You want to talk about being seen and not heard? Huh? Amanda Seals, whether she realized it or not, said the same thing that Dark Skin Sister said on Daily Wrap Up Crew. Protect, provide, and shut up. Amanda Seals, we knew that's what you wanted. Thank you for saying it. It only took you a whole goddamn 2-hour long interview in 42 years of your life. Right? Talk about sabotaging a community. You want to know what sabotaging a whole goddamn country for 200 years looked like? Thank you, Ishmael. And Ishmael says, prayers up for Haiti, man. For real, for real. Jeesh. Hey, can be the first black free country during the era of colonialism and not think you're going to pay for it for centuries. Huh? And Haiti got its freedom the way the Europeans wouldn't like. Yeah, we didn't vote our freedom in. We took it through blood. Right? Huh. You know, the more I do more, because I went down this rabbit hole years and years and years ago, and I'm going to, sometimes you have themes in your life, and I'm going back down the same rabbit hole of US involvement in foreign nations, and manipulating the internal politics of foreign nations. And as I keep on saying, and as I've been saying for a while now, if the US has the wherewithal to engage in espionage and the overthrow of important leaders and democratically elected leaders and revolutionaries 5,000 miles away, 7,000 miles away, right? Right here in their backyard, some 90, 100, 200, 300 miles away. What do you think they do to black people here in America? What did Nixon mean by prevent the rise of a black messiah? Uh-oh. What was Lee Atwater speaking about when he spoke about the Southern strategy? Yikes. Huh? What's the name of the white woman the white woman politician that helped to shoehorn um what it was, Title 9 or Title 7, right? Or she got gender placed in to the civil rights legislation, which laid the groundworks for intersectional arguments and which laid the groundworks for white women taking the lion's share of whatever came off the table for civil rights. What is Z saying? Yes, Z is saying that what's going on in Haiti is, oh, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, going on in the black community here. Which you thought they would stop once they get to the border, right? Once they cross over the Gulf of Mexico, yeah, we do that overseas. We don't do that to our own citizens in the U.S. Oh boy, yeah, just like how we spy on other people overseas, but we don't do that to our own U.S. citizens. Uh-oh, right? Oh, I already saw it. Better you. You know who I am. Better you. You know I already watched it. Yeah, I saw it. It was a long list, and he still was missing certain things. We'll pause right here for a second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. And we're back. But yeah, so I cover the things I cover the way I cover them because as I said to y'all before, and I know some of the brothers would disagree with me. The final boss isn't black women, y'all. It's not, and nor has it ever been. They're in the way. They're sabotaging. They're willful participants in the BS, right? But it's not them. The smartest of them sound like Ebony K. Williams and Amanda Seales. Father issue ass black women. Right? No. The final boss has been the final boss for, oh, what, give or take, about what, 5 centuries now? 6? Right? Huh. So the Amanda Seals of the world, the Ebony K. Williams of the world, particularly the Ebony K. Williams of the world, it's very funny listening to these people speak about justice and their sons can't read. Uh-oh. I told y'all I read the comment. I can't remember from what video, and some random black woman said to a brother, your sons. In other words, whatever black boys can't do is your responsibility, black men. Those are your sons, not our sons as black people, but your sons. Imagine black men telling black women, those are your daughters. Oh, the name of the lady was Martha Griffiths. That's the name of the white lady that helped to shoehorn um women into the civil rights legislation. Thank you. Right? And it's a mindset like that and a worldview like that then turn around and bites you in the ass when you are Amanda Seals. Uh-oh. Or Ebony K. Williams, yikes. Or even Ostefko. What? Z, how did Ostefko get into this? Ostefko got into this because Ostefko been swirling, and now she says she can only see herself with a black man. Uh-oh. How long before Chrissy's in the same boat? Her ego won't let her admit it, though. Mr. Shook to you says, "Oh yeah, take responsibility over something you have no authority over." Sounds great. You see me? Thank you, I'm Wolf. I'm Wab says, "Black women equal Shang Tsung, white men equal Shao Kahn." You see what I'm saying? Mortal Kombat reference for y'all. Your soul is mine. Oh, there's a pun in there somewhere, right? Oh yeah, she engaging in the reach back. You better believe Ostefko engaging in the reach back, right? Of course she's engaging in the reach back. And don't give it a couple minutes. And I see Real Talk with Yanni and her moves, although she wasn't so gun ho about the swirler divester thing, it was really just a jab at men, black men with that. That wasn't her ministry, right? That wasn't the direction she was exactly going in, but she played around with that rhetoric. Don't worry, she'll be back over here soon enough. Right? Huh. So Amanda Seals engaging in this conversation the way she has, trying to protect her ego while also being somewhat forthcoming. I think I might be giving it a little too much with that forthcoming word. That is hysterical. I'm Wab says hot girls half of summer. What they doing for the other half? Right? Huh. So we covered this to emphasize why much of the black community is the way it is. It is black women who want patriarchy by feminist specifications. Literally, Amanda Seals told black men to shut up because we're talking ourselves out of vagina. Miss Amanda Seals, didn't you also say in that same interview that your DMs are empty? I'm just saying. Talking ourselves out of what exactly? We're not DMing you by your own admissions, unless you were lying. Right? And Mr. Shukti says, what are the real options outside of black men besides white men, Arabs, Asians, Indians with a dot, not a feather? Black women don't look. Black women don't really have choices like that because, quite frankly, these other non-black men aren't checking, and they know it in the back of their minds. They know it. They're lying to themselves. They look. If non-black men, specifically white men, were checking for black women like that, they would have already left. Black women would have been gone. Black women interracial marriage rate would have been what Asian women are. Oops. If white men were checking like that, if white men were checking like that since the end of Jim Crow on paper, black women would have been gone. If Latinos were checking like that, black women would have been gone. Especially the mestizo and white Latinos, black women would have been gone. These men are not. So black women could keep on chalking that off to their loyalty all they want. I said it before, let me say it again because we're about to make a hard stop. I am to believe that the same Latino men and women, the same white men and women, the same Asian men and women, that South Asian and East Asian men and women that black women complain about when they're in these call centers and offices and fast food restaurants and retail work that they do in factories, those same men and women, the men who are a-holes to them at work, then turn around and not just want to have adult fun with them, but want to marry them outside of work. Yeah, that's it. These same men and women that y'all will admit are colorist on the level of neo-Nazis, mejor la raza and caste system loosely based on skin tone and all of a sudden want to marry black women, let alone darker skinned black women. I didn't say have experimental fun with. I didn't say slum with. I didn't say smoke weed and pipe down when they doing their whole slumming thing when they're in their early 20s. No, no, no. I'm saying when it's time to get married as we approach 30, for some of the career people after 30, a little after 30, those same dudes, and let's be honest, for some of you same-sex loving women, they want to marry you? Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay. Right? But on that note, y'all, Mr. Z has to make a hard stop. So we will cover what I am WAF says. Hopefully, as a matter of fact, I'm WAF. Let me click that. Let me find a way. I'm WAF. Put it in the comments in the regular comments after the stream so that I can click it because if I won't be able to click it once I end the stream and I won't be able to see what it was that you sent me. But send it in the regular comments after the fact and I'll click it and I'll listen to it and then we'll review it hopefully later on tonight. So on that note, everyone, we will pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content, for the love of God. And yes, we will end it right here. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Later. Look, Miss Amanda Seals, you could do better. There's still there's still hope. I didn't say faith, y'all. I didn't say faith. There's a difference. There's a difference. There's still hope, Miss Amanda Seals. But yeah, you keep messing around, you're gonna be sounding like Vivica A. Fox out here and in Eartha Kitt. Better stop playing. All right. On that note, y'all, we'll pause right here. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day.